After he was kicked out of high school in his 9th grade year after the security had pulled him out of his classroom and had searched him and his locker, then told him they heard he had brought a gun to school, when one of the security guards opened up one of his journals and started reading it and quickly said, "I think the principal needs to see this. You clearly can read." His letter he had written to Interscope Records as Eminem, stating that he is just trying to get the two sides of the story, so he writes it down, only trying to put them into songs, not really meaning he would do it in real life. At the top was the song, he called it Say What You Say, featuring the Dr. Dre on the Eminem Show album. He was still kicked out from high school for his writings and told by his principal he would never get anywhere in life if he continued to write garbage like that. She told him not to come back until he's seen a psychologist to diagnose if he was insane or a threat to others. Then in school, another voice is just telling you, don't you listen to them, they just pissed at you, man, they're just mad, you're doing shit better than them, I swear you don't. Forget what they think, they don't know you. Haters lie, they don't know nothing, get mad when they take it personal. This is the world we live in. Tell them shit stays in urinals. Complex self-esteem issues, they diss you to up themselves and make themselves feel special. Understand you're up there, up where? Up here nobody can touch you. You are not a quitter, you are sicker than most of these little kids, so stop feeling bitter about yourself. You know you're much bigger, you function on a different level, you're something like a ton bigger, your skill is humongous, you know it, so don't listen to these other kids. The world is a cold ass place, man, you can't quit. If you quit, you might as well call yourself dead. You know what I'm saying, keep moving, don't take it personal, don't let it get to you, don't let them get the best of you. Man, I look toward my goal, I move forward, I know if I stop now I'm proven that I'm no good, and these haters win, I won't let that happen again. I'm a fighter, a lighter, I'm going to fight till I retire. I took a breath to rewired my wires, I'm Robocop back from the dead, the show don't stop till I roll over rod. I know that I'm hot, I don't need people to tell me that, not even school to hold me back and tell me that I'm a failure. I'll nail your coffin, soften your hard image. I'm starving and it is kinda crazy how I keep eating without taking a break and drinking a shake in between breaks that I barely take. I wonder if anyone out there can relate, man. I'm losing any grasp I have on my fate cause I'm so rough, soon no record deal on my plate. Half of those kids can't even see me, the other half want to be me. The ones that don't know me don't know that I'm killing beats easy. Man, I'm mad, I can't understand it. Tell the planet to kiss my ass and grab a sweater and cram it, damn it. Then after being kicked out of high school, he dedicated his love for writing even more than ever, as he would just use it for more fuel to keep him working at the dream. A short time after he was recognized as a writer. I'm only showing people when we all experience things in life, trials and tribulations that we all must go through, and I know sometimes things may not always make sense to you right now, but you know, technically I'm not even really supposed to be here right now, so forget it, might as well make the most of it cause some of us don't get a second chance. Man, I never knew I would affect this kid and get him to flip this back on me. How many kids will listen to me and run up into school with a gun when they're pissed at a teacher? Was it her? Was it him? Is it you? Is it them? It wasn't me. Slim Shady said to do it again. Damn, how much damage can you do with a pen? Man, I'm just as messed up as you would have been if you would have been in my shoes. Who would have thought Slim Shady would be something that you would have bought that would have made you get a gun and start shooting it off on his block? I just said it, I didn't know if you'd do it or not. How was I supposed to know I was the one that they would say who's crazy for saying on the first page of our story the future seemed so bright, then the saint turned out so evil, and I don't know why we are still surprised, cause even angels have their wicked schemes and you take that to new extremes. You will always be my hero, I've been praised and labeled as crazed, full of crazy rage, an angry teenager, nothing can change me back. Gangster rap made me act like a maniac. I was boosting, so influenced by music I used it as an excuse to do shit. I was stupid, no one can tell me nothing. Hip hop overwhelmed me to the point where it had me in this whole other realm. It was like isolating myself was healthy, it felt like we was on welfare but wealthy, compelled me to excel when school it failed me, expelled me, and when the principal would tell me I was nothing and I wouldn't amount to it. Marshall made his first million and counted it, now look at a dropout that came back to just relive it all over again. Let me remind you of what took it this far. When I can hear them saying if you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down, if you're scared, don't show it, you might get out before the devil even knows you're there. If you're going through hell, keep on moving, face that fire, walk right through it, you might get out before the devil even knows you're there. I know it hurts, walking down the road that leads to who knows where. Don't you hang your head, don't you give up yet. When courage starts to disappear, I will be right here. When your world breaks down and the voices tell you turn around, you're getting closer to pushing me off of life's little edge. Sooner or later, you know I'm getting closer. I guess I'm taking the fall. I know you feel helpless now, I know you feel alone. When the stars go blind, the darkness starts to flood your eyes. When you're falling behind, I will carry you. Sometimes he works secretly, behind the scenes, but he will reveal his work to you when the times are right. I remember I had this dream, I was walking through this field to look up and see this spaceship hovering over everything for as far as I could see. I remember going through a chain link fence to wake up from out of fright. I then had wrote myself this message to warn myself about the future. So this is it, this is what I wished for, just isn't how I envisioned it. Fame to the point of improvement, I just thought that it would be different, but something changed the minute that I got a letter from a fan that said he's been praying for me every day, and for some reason it's been weighing on my mind heavy cause I don't read every letter I get, but something told me to go ahead and open it. But why would someone pray for you when they don't know you? You didn't pray for me when I was local, and as I lay these vocals I think of all the shit I had to go through just to get to where I'm at. I've already told you at least 8,000 times in these rhymes I appreciate the prayer, but I've already got God on my side and it's been one hell of a ride, hasn't it? Just watching it from an opposite standpoint, man, boys got to look nuts, and that's the only word I can think of right now on how to describe it. This is like a vibe you get, God only puts us through as much as we can handle, so the ones that struggle the most have been chosen by God to be the strongest. Believe you are never alone, God is always with you, God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. You can't back down when I'm gone. When they ask me am I okay, they ask me if I'm happy, are they asking me that because of what's been thrown at me, or am I just a little snappy and they genuinely care? Daddy, most of my life it's just been me and you there, and I continuously stare at pictures of the family. I never got to say I love you as much as I wanted to, but I do. I say it now and you can't hear me, what good does that do me now? But somehow I know you're near me in presence, or I went and dropped some presents off to ease it to them two little boys of yours to try to ease their minds a little. And dog, you'll never believe this, but Rhonda actually talks to me now. Jesus, and everyone else is just trying to pick up the pieces, man, how you touch so many lives and just leave. As they say, grievance has a way of affecting everyone different. If this is true, then this is to who in all times have sought the truth, have told it in their hour or in their living, who died in honor, to those who have died in the high and humble knowledge of God, to those who died in sorrow and in kindness and bravery, to those who died violent suddenly, to those who have died in the time of the joy of their strength. We are all children of the same God. We know our parents and our brothers and sisters that have been lost, and it may not seem like you understand why they have been taken out of your life, but understand without God, how can we understand what eternal life is? As I stand before you to show you there is of such a life after death, the people you all have lost are now gone to be with God. They say no one lives forever, but everybody should believe in the impossible. Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I'm not there, and at times you are in need of God. Just because he doesn't answer you when you expect him to doesn't mean he won't. He will always answer, but only when the times are right. So now how can I not believe in something that I have already seen with my very own eyes? Believing in someone is like knowing in your heart that what people don't know is how I justify find time and what people say is the impossible. How could I be in a place and time from then to be standing here now? Cause I look up, it's just me standing in the mirror, these walls must be talking. Cause man, I can hear you daddy, it's me, I get the point, fine. It's too late dad, you made your choice, if that's what you want, I'm not afraid to take a stand. It's been a ride, come on everybody, I came from that time to be here for you all in this time, so take my hand, let's walk this world together through the storm. Now you might still feel like you're in that place, I'm letting you know that you're not alone and it's not your fault. So if you're trying to get out, just follow me, I'll get you there. So watch me when I just stand up and shout it from this day forward. Even though I hold the weight of the whole world on my shoulders, I am never supposed to show it. My crew ain't supposed to know. Tupac, so you still wonder if the Lord still cares, cause life in the pen isn't for anyone, I'd rather die. So now this is why I ain't given up on the hood. It's all good when I go back and I swear, it's like a trap. Every once in a while I reminisce and wondering how it ever came to this. Eminem, I probably did it subliminally for you so I can come back a brand new me. You helped to see me through and don't even realize what you did. I keep having this dream. I once encountered a stranger in a dumb gown, black hood with a sheath. Shit, I laughed in his face. The bitch gave me an extra life. Like, take this, now get your ass back in that game. Don't take it for granted, don't take shit, give it. Only bull you should take is by the horns. With a pen is mightier than sword. Finish writing, then record, replenish, keep writing more. Nothing's writing on it, your privates are your fighting for. You fight, scratch, you claw backs to wall. No one was there to catch you fall. You pick yourself back up, you dust your jacket off, you grab your balls, like they're gargantuan. Ask yourself how bad you want it, pull out your pants, whoop your ass, flash it on M. Nobody's gonna back you in the corner, throw a hornet. No one's more ignorant than you. 4 in the morning, you're at the studio, storming like there's nothing that's more important. MCs, you better consider this a formal warning. You're in for it, girl. What would you do if I said your body was off the chain? I told you I smile every single time I saw your face. I ain't finished, I meant in it. Oil the blades, nobody wants to play. They say I'm a spoiled little baby, nobody puts baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. That baby gets mad, gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya. So you can call me Santa, but I might be in disguise like Freddy with claws and the doctor to the cause. To all your riches and all you got put with the doctor ain't like my riches. Rap don't gotta sing cause I'm lunatic 5 strong. King Kongs are writing songs, cats be getting gone thinking they got it, but friends, the world is mine, there's no need to say it, you already know. The question is just how far will this go? How far will he take it and when will he stop? Shady man, I done told you once, homie, to ease up. You just won't listen, will you? No, I guess not, you just can't, can you? Man, I can't stand you, you're rotten, what you plotting for us? Man, when are you gonna let up? I guess things are gonna get much worse before they get better. I can see the comments, plus I run with the best. I pledge allegiance to the streets of the D. I can see the evolution as we creep up on it. I put that music in your veins like a needle junkie. Should I just do this for the haters? I don't need the money, nobody really understands my language. I find it complicated just to hold a conversation, but still I got a whole lot of patience sitting back watching Earth from my space station. You look like you're in another world, I can read your mind. How can you be so far away, lying by my side? Life keeps on complicating. I'm debating on leaving this world this evening in my space-bound rocket ship. Your heart's the moon. I'm aiming right at you, 250,000 miles on a clear night in June. I'm aiming right at you, it's been a ride. Nurse, oh my god, now these are the results of 1,000 electric volts. A neck with bolts. Nurse, we're loosen him, quick check the pulse. A kid who refused to respect adults. My whole life, I grew up, made to be sick when I wasn't. Someone asked the doctor, what kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? I don't belong in this world, that's why I'm scoffing at authority, defying off and flying off at the handle with my mom. No dad, so I'm non-complying at home. At school, I'm just shy and awkward. No, I don't need no psychologist trying diagnose why I have all these underlying problems, thinking he can try and solve them. I'm outside chalking up drawings on the sidewalk, in the front drive talking to myself, either that or inside hiding, off into going somewhere quiet, trying to not be noticed because I'm crying and sobbing. I had a bad day at school, so I ain't talking. Why am I so differently wired in my noggin? Sporadic as my thoughts come, it's mind-boggling. I obsess on everything. My mind is small, shit bothers me. My father, he said sayonara, then split. No family to give a shit if I'm fine, as long as there's batteries in my Walkman. Nothing is the matter with me, just look at the bright side. At least I ain't walking. I bike ride through the neighborhood of my apartment complex on a 10-speed, which I've acquired parts that I found in the garbage. A frame and put tires on it, headphones on straight ahead, and kids trying to start shit. But if this is all there is for me, life offers, why bother even try and put up a fight? It's nonsense. I think a light bulb just lit up in my conscience. What about those rhymes I've been jotting? They are kind of giving me confidence. Instead of trying to escape through my comics, why don't I just blast a little something like Onyx to put me in the mood to wanna fight and write songs that say what I wanna say? To the kid that said that, I eyeballed him, grab a hold of myself, like that's right, fights on, keep on going. You just gotta fight it, keep on going. It's not too late. Shady, stay creative. Homie, hold your head up, don't you let up one bit on these motherfuckers. You're a soldier, get up, stand up for what you believe in. As long as you are breathing, they jealous of you, man. That's the only reason we are beefing. Your ass forgot, just in case you don't remember me, I'll run your brain around the block to jog your memory. Now let's pretend Marshall Mathers never picked up a pen. Let's pretend things would have been no different. Pretend he procrastinated, had no motivation. Pretend he just made excuses that were so paper thin they could blow away with the wind. Marshall, you're never going to make it. Makes no sense to play the game. There ain't no way that you'll win. Pretend he just stayed outside all day and played with his friends. Pretend he even had a friend to say was his friend. It wasn't time to move. Schools weren't changing again. He wasn't socially awkward, just strange as a kid. He had a father and his mother wasn't crazy as shit. He never dreamed he could rip stadiums, just lazy as shit. Forget a talent show in a gymnasium, kid. You want to mount to it, quit daydreaming, kid. You need to get your cranium checked. You thinking like an alien, it just ain't realistic. Now pretend they ain't just make you angry with this and there was no one you could even aim when you got pissed at. So now get your ideas, stack your ammo, don't come unless you come to battle, but you want that. You already know the two of us in the same place at the same time. You know we're blowing up, this is it, it's what I eat, sleep, piss and shit, live, breathe. My whole existence just consists of this. I refuse to quit, fuse is lit, can't defuse the wick. If I don't do this music shit, then you lose your shit. Remember, double or nothing. Well, look at me, I ain't got shit to lose. It's the moment of truth. It's all I know how to do. As soon as I get thrown in the booth, I know it as well as you, but my respect is overdue. I'm showing you all the flow that no one can do. I don't own no diploma for school, I quit. There's nothing for me to fall back on. I know no other trades, so I better trade my mics in for some toolboxes. You never risk shit. He hopes and he wished it, but it didn't fall in his lap. He ain't even here. He pretends that M is me, so M look for for you to be calling my house Vietnam Desert Storm. Both of us put together can form an atomic bomb, equivalent to chemical warfare. Forever we can drag this on and on. Agree to disagree. Gift from up under the Christmas tree never was meant for me. That goal was from you too. Check it out. It all started in my home. Just check the background. St. Louis clown from the underground. 14. Pimp of the year. Same crew now. It's too damn quiet but too loud. He be pretending always saying they too proud. If I ruled the world, I do now. When I got Marshall freestyling M and me to bring back to you Eminem, so the tick's about to rack M and move the crowd. Someone call the cops. There is a robbery in progress. Like I said, a country boy came through and changed the game. If what you got ain't hot, then check your flame. Now look up in the sky. There's a sighting. Oh, he's about to break it down, and I bet you're going to hate him now. But if there is some beef, then I'm pumping lead on sight until disease. I'll take your head off right. I live in the beast where the feds play shyest, like what we used to do with the 5 coming out the CPT. Forget you. Times have changed for the good. In the hood I be coming up. You feel it. Can you set it off again? You know I should yo, but don't forget good things come to those who wait. If you waiting on him, he is going to be late. Now I'm a felon. Just ask him. He is my evil twin that calls me a criminal. So the story goes. This is what happens when you get two of us in the same place at the same time. Call it bad meets evil. I rob industries and ashtrays, wrap something and burn the place. You heard me. When it comes to be Christmas time, you should hang my album on top of your fireplace. Around that time, my stockings going up feels like a victory when I burn your house down. Circle around and hit the hydrant so you can't put your burning furniture out. I used to be a loudmouth, remember me? I'm the one who burned your house down. Well, I'm out now and this time I'm coming back to blow your house up, and I ain't going to leave you a window to jump out of. Now look how it began. Nobody knows about me with this pistol in my hand. I told you to fight to say what you want to say. The doctor told me I got heart failure. My heart was failing me, but he put the E in me. So for me back to the T on 9/11 they called for me and I was on demand. When the president was on pay-per-view, 9/11 it's an emergency. Cowards tried to murder me. Now I'm back and convinced this is my year. Like I'm the chosen one, so forgive and label me as a Don. Shady lifted his wing, then I fell from under it. I'm dreaming of falling. Now I'm free falling. My career's gone into recall, and regardless of whose fault it was, I was speedballing. But God double wrapped me and dropped me on top of the earth. Then Marshall doubled back and got me from on top of a hearse. Now I'm alive again and just in time to say don't try and make me someone I'm not, and you ain't got nothing on me cause I didn't cry rivers. I made waves, then I realized that God's with us. As soon as I decided to put that bottle down and read his message, the writings will prove it and history will show it while I throw up this message. You know when to expect him to be at his best and never to give nothing less than something with a rhyme or reason to get Don Dangerous on a track, or call up Quizilla for some of that dragon puffing and spitfire like you remember getting smoked the fuck out and so high. How do you go and get hired and fired the same day? It looks to me there will be no need to call a fire marshal when I know an even higher marshal than you are to be, and whether you like it or not, it don't mean that much to me if you believe me or not. I still rap it, talk truth, blind as fuck, or like my ass has forgot who stands behind the curtain. Do you really know? Are you really that certain? So many of you are in it for the green, a talking snake, a walking talking shit flake. I'm a giant with a big foot, one step can level a whole state, a beast to a monster. Don't think that I don't know half of your bullshit on your plate. You can go ahead and call it what you want, but you keep talking all that shit, then I guess we can call what's going to happen next your fate. Cause I told you motherfucker, if you fuck with me I'll be sure to fuck up your day, and after that bullet that you sent my way I'm still fucking here standing. So watch what you say, cause now I show you I have the angel looking after me when I now got proof here on my side. All you want to go do is run off and hide, but you're starting to fall off thinking you got me all caught up in that ride. You better not try and duck and survive when you see the darkness lurking. Ask yourself if it was really worth it. So now remember when we collide back through that maze I sent you, how was I supposed to know my words would have an impact like this? You just lay down slow, recognize a real Don. When you see one I thought I told you, this ain't that hard to maintain. It's like Slapbox, your chances are to slim. When I'm shady, take a walk.